we're going to see what our God did with all the generations that was before us. See, because if you go back to the past, then you'll find out where you came from. Greetings, our Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters. This is the high priest, L.D. Smith, the Watchman on the wall. Family, as always, grab that King James, but first and foremost, we want to give a shout out to the whole family. Israel, that being said, we're going to go right into our teaching. We got a fine teaching, as always, the Most High. He is, I tell you, he's an awesome God. He's a terrible God. Family, I tell you, I just love the Most High. I just love him. Look, family, we gonna get this thing right. We gonna do this thing right. Yes, we gonna be right. But family, I know that there's a lot of talk, about the eclipse and whatnot, and if this video don't air before then, that's fine. But anyway, family, I tell you, these events that are happening in the sky and whatnot, the Most High God does all these things, but He always tells us, don't be alarmed by that. Just trust in me. Trust in me. Why? Because I am the God that does all these things. Okay? Now, we're going to go into our teaching. And as always, I ask you guys to read along with me. I ask you guys to think about the reading. Listen to the words that are coming out of your mouth. All right? And I know that the Most High will give you clear understanding. Now, we're dealing with how the word was passed down from generation to generation. And that's how we want to get back to that, okay? But where we are now, it has not been passed down. And we are now trying to find our way back to our God, because we're going to the end of this age, and we have to be ready to receive our God when He comes, because Elijah is surely on the way, and he's going to help get our hearts in proper order, so that we will be able to receive our God when He comes back for we His people. Now we're going to go here into our teaching. We come from the book of Deuteronomy 32, and I think I did name this one here. Remember the days of old, many generations. See, if you go back, and we're going to see what our God did with all the generations that was before us. See, because if you go back to the past, then you'll find out where you came from. That's why they don't want you to go back, because if you go back, you'll find out where you came from. You'll find out who you are. You'll find out about your ancestors. You'll find out the things that they did wrong. You'll find out the things that they did right. You'll find out all the good and the bad. And that's what we're going to do. Because we're going to be right. If you at this channel here, you're going to be right. When you leave here, you're going to be right. You're going to always come back here. Now watch this right here. Deuteronomy chapter 32. Let us go. Verse 1. Give ear, O ye heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth. My doctrine shall drop as the rain. My speech shall distill as the dew, as a small rain upon the tender herbs, and as the shower upon the grass. Because I will publish the name of the Lord, ascribe ye greatness unto our God. He is the rock. His works is perfect. For all His ways a judgment, a God of truth. I mean, all this right here. Can y'all understand and fathom what He's saying here? He is the rock. When one says that, ain't no more. I don't give a damn who come up and say he's the rock. He ain't this one. He ain't this one. He's not this one. That's why I tell you guys to share the video with your family members, because a lot of them calling Jesus the rock. But there is only one rock. This rock right here is the first rock, and there is not another rock after this rock. He said He is the rock. His work is perfect. Not Him and His Son. For all his ways are judgment. A God, not three in one, but a God. I say again, a God, not three in one. A means one, of truth, and without iniquity, just and right is he. Not he and somebody else. He's by himself. He says, they have corrupt themselves. Their spot is not the spot of his children. Are y'all seeing that? Let's read again. They have corrupt themselves. Their spot is not the spot of his children. They are a perverse and crooked generation. See that? The spot that's on them, that ain't the spot that has been passed down. That's another spot that's on them. They're crooked and perverse. Look what he says. Do ye thus requite the Lord, O foolish and unwise? Is not he thy father that has bought thee? Huh? But quick to forget. And see, that's what happens. They give Jesus all the credit, and the Most High God says, I makes it rain. Everything that lives, wait on me to open my hand to feed them. But you give it to Jesus. When he heals your body, you give the credit to Jesus. When he gives you a job that pays you more money than you was getting from another job, you say thank you, Jesus. When he brings your child to their senses, you say thank you, Jesus. And Jesus is not the one that is doing this. It is the Most High God. Do you not know that in the book of Deuteronomy, 28th chapter, he says, I'm going to make them mad, but they're going to wish, when it's evening time, they're going to wish it was morning. And when it's morning, they're going to wish it was evening. Do you know what it means to make you mad? That's out of your mind. Y'all remember Nebuchadnezzar, right? Didn't he make him mad? Didn't he make him as one of the beasts of the field? But y'all say the devil did it. And the reason why is because a lot of it is because of your ignorance, what you have been taught. But I am here to set everything straight. I'm here to get it back in order. Please share this video with your family members. You come across this video, don't just say, okay, it's good information. Share it with your family members if you love them. Even if you don't love them, share it with them. Because that's the right thing to do. And then see, when you do that, then you will begin to love them. Because this word will put you in line. And you will begin to love them, and they will begin to love you. When you do it like this word say do it, and you love this word, and you apply this word in your life, you'll love them and they'll love you because they have to, because the word tells them. Now let's keep on going. Now he said, is not he thy father that has bought thee? Hath he not made thee and established thee? Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. See that? But if you don't know this, you don't know how to ask, because they are gone now. So what do? The Most High will always send you a teacher. He will always send you one that will advise you, that will help you, that will guide you, that will show you in the right way that you should go. Look what he says. Ask thy father. But the father don't know. He doesn't. You came across this video. Your father didn't tell you this. The Most High moved you to come across this video so that I can act as your father. Huh? I'm going to take you back to what the elders said. See, this is what it's all about. What has been said in the past, that is what is going to get us back on the right track. And he will show thee thy elders. Huh? And they will tell thee. See? Can't you see? I'm here to tell you because you don't know. I am the representative that he has sent back to tell you. But the knowledge was not passed down. It wasn't because a generation came and they didn't know the Lord. They didn't know him. Now let's keep on going. Now, we're here in
Subscribe if you believe we should only obey the voice of the Most High God as commanded and no one else.
We're going to go ahead on down here. It says, when the Most High divided the nations, their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. Listen, for the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. See that? It's all about God's people. You are the portion of God's inheritance, not Jesus. If you look like me, you got color in your skin, there's a possibility that you and our family, that you are a part of the family of the Most High God of Israel. You can't be grafted in. You can't. You have to be born into it. The bloodline. The bloodline is pure. You just can't say, well, okay, I just want to. No, it has to be blood. Do you not know that he said in Leviticus it says that all the life is in the blood? It is. They take your blood and they can tell all about you and your family. Even better, they could take a swab of your saliva if you're a man. That's all they need. A couple of swabs of it and test it for a child that you may have gotten 45 years ago and didn't know that the child was yours because maybe it was a one-night stand, or maybe you and the girl broke up and she didn't know that she was pregnant, and then you left the state or whatever. But they can take a swab and then find out all about you. Yeah. See, it's all about the bloodline. Now look what he says here. He says, Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. Jacob. Jacob is the lot. Okay. How many boys did he have? 12. See that? Now it says that there was a girl in there too. But a girl can't bring forth anything else of Jacob unless she had one of her brothers. That's the only way. If she went to another tribe and then had a child, it would not be the same. It wouldn't. That's why Abraham and Sarah were sisters and brothers, because they had the same seed. Different mothers. But the mothers, they were Hebrew, but of the same seed. See, so it has to be a seed bearing a seed. Not a female, but a seed bearing a seed. That seed has to bear another seed by putting it in another seed that came from that same seed, if you see what I'm saying. But nevertheless, let's keep on going. He founded him in a desert land and in a wasted hollow wilderness. He led him about. He instructed him. He kept him as the apple of his eye. See that? That's what the Most High did. For who, Jacob? Kept him. He kept him as the apple of his eye. But see, y'all don't know this. Y'all don't. Y'all over New Testament and y'all believe in some other stuff over there that has nothing to do with this book. Nothing at all. Nothing, period, to do with it. But let's keep on going. We're going to Deuteronomy chapter 32. Let's go ahead and look at Deuteronomy chapters. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 6. Now watch this right here. Watch this, family. Watch this. Watch this right here. Deuteronomy chapter 6. Now watch this right here. Let's begin with verse 20. Well, let's read 19. It says, to cast out all thy enemies before thee as the Lord has spoken. So the Lord has swore that he was going to cast out all their enemies and they was going to be going to a promised land, and nobody was going to ever defeat them. All right. Now, as they on their way to the promised land. Now, look what he says. He said, and when thy son asks, ETH, see that? Asks, continuation. Thee in the time to come, saying, what mean the testimonies and the statutes and the judgments which the Lord our God has commanded us? See that? See that? But when you don't know about these things and you over there in another book, you're going to get punished. Your sons and your daughters are being killed because of ignorance. Yes, they're being destroyed for lack of knowledge. Now let's keep on going here. It says, then thou shalt say unto thy son, we were Pharaoh's bondmen in Egypt, and the Lord brought us out of Egypt with a mighty hand. See that? Are y'all seeing that? Now we're going to keep on going now because we're going on down to verse 25. And the Lord showed signs and wonders, great and sores upon Egypt and upon Pharaoh and upon all his household before our eyes. See that? That been passed down. But let me fast forward to this day and age we live in now. He don't change. We're going to see our enemy. We're going to see our enemy perish with these right here, just like they did. Just like they did. You can look for that. There is no escape for them. You can look for it because the Most High God never changed. I don't give a damn what. See, y'all need to stay from over there in the other book if you look like me. Stay in this Old Testament because then you will see your people, you will see your God. There's only one true and living God, and that is the God of the Hebrews. Yeah! And look what he says. And he brought us out from hence, that he might bring us into, give us the land which he swore unto our fathers. See that? You know what else he swore unto our fathers for us to look for? He says, behold, I create a new heaven and a new earth. He says that the sun, we won't need the sun no more, neither the moon, because he is going to be in the midst of us. He says the sun and the moon is going to be, I think he says, a shame, and the sun is going to be, I forget the word, but it's not going to be where we need that, because the Most High God is going to be with us. Now look what he says. He says, and the Lord commanded us to do all these statutes. See that? to fear the Lord our God. Not Jesus. Y'all scared of Jesus. If you look like me, you're supposed to fear this God here, the God of the Hebrews. Not somebody else. I don't care whether Jesus is black. I don't care nothing about that. He's not the Most High. He is not the Most High. Neither is he his son. Now he's a rebel. Now let's look here. Our God, for our good always, that he might preserve us alive as it is at this time. See that? He promised us he's coming back. He promised Abraham that he was going to go down there and deliver his people, his seed, which my deal was his people, after they be afflicted for 400 years. He says, I'm going to go down and I'm going to judge that nation. That's what he said. Didn't he do it? He's going to do it again. He's going to do it for us. Why? Because he does not change for nobody. He does not change. He will not change. And look what he says. And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments. See that? But if you don't know to do them, how can you do them? That's why your sons and your daughters are being slaughtered in the streets, because they have no idea about the God of the Hebrews. But that still doesn't change the law. You can be speeding. You can say, well, I'm trying to make it home because my child, he's out there. He's going to be getting up the school bus in about three minutes. If I don't be there, then he's going to be alone. The officer's still going to say, I don't care nothing about that. Oh, that's good. But you still breaking the law. I got to write you a ticket. That's a simple analogy. The Most High God says, yes, I love you and your children, but they have broken my law. I got to punish them. Why? They got to die. Now let's keep on going here. Commandments before the Lord our God, as he has commanded us. It's right in the pages. See, so there is no getting around it. Okay, family? We love you guys. We're going to close there, okay? But remember to go back and watch the video. All right? Listen to it over and over. Think about it. Ponder. Imagine. And I know that the Most High will give you a clear understanding. On the count of 3. You ready? 1, 2, 3. One word, one God, one people, one love. All praise, family. We over here at the high priest of the whole house of Israel say we love you guys. Shalom.
Subscribe if you believe we should only obey the voice of the Most High God as commanded and no one else. Warn them from me. Warn them from me. Warn them from me.